What's going on?
Yeah, good evening. I'm Uber driver. So a request. I took the lady with the
With her two
children.
kids?
Yes.
From where?
Right here,
In Tamarac?
I don't know exactly the address really.
But on the other,
Yeah.
not over here, but
No. Because
across commercial.
Because the lady said give me too many around. Okay, let me.
What's up, guys?
So, I say, no, you. The address, going. No, the GPS is at the left. No, at the right. No, please, lady, you are wrong. Please. No, please, cancel. I'll give you extra money.
Spanish speaker.
Give me some money. Yeah, give me 10 bucks. Give me, bring me to this address.
Where did you bring her?
Here.
Where is she?
She went to, I don't know, she was walking over there. I think all is warehouse.
She just walked over there?
Yeah, over there, between the cars. I was calling her. She was answering me. Okay, I'm back. I'm coming. Also, look. How many calls? 12 calls.
What does she look like?
It's a petite girls,
Okay.
like a Spanish.
Okay.
Spanish people who have the dresses are like a brown one beige.
Okay.
But so also I send a message to Craig.
And you've been here for how long?
More than 2 hours.
Right here.
Yes. I don't know because I have
Yeah.
So, Emily, please come to pick up your children. They are asking for you. I send the because she is wrong. I just think maybe she don't know where.
Yeah.
Emily, I call the police. I have to leave. Please answer the phone.
Nothing.
Nothing. Look.
And you saw her walk this way?
Yeah, walk this way.
In the parking, behind the trucks?
Oh no, I don't move right here because.
Yeah. No, but where you saw her walk?
Yeah.
She
I
walked
think
in and that way.
Yes.
And then you didn't see her when she
Yeah.
made the left.
I draw for this way.
And you didn't see nothing.
Nothing.
You said you think she was drunk?
She's
Okay.
give me.
What's up, guys?
She let the smell. It's wrong.
Okay.
She was wrong. I saw her. I told him. Hey, come here. That's wrong. Let me take you home.
Yeah.
No. Please. Let me take you home. Your babies.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Please. Cancel.
He's able to explain it to me, but about 2 hours ago, or a little bit more now, he picked some lady up out of Tamarac.
Yeah, because took the trip maybe 8:20
Yeah.
or something. Yes.
She gave him an address. She kept telling him deviating from what the GPS was saying. She goes, just cancel the ride, I'll give you extra cash, give him like 10 bucks, and tells him pretty much ends up here. She gets out of the car, walks through the lot, disappears. Appears to be intoxicated. She was drinking out of a cup. You smell remnants of rum. No clue where she is right now. Just left the kids. Obviously, she doesn't know this gentleman. He's just an Uber driver, and walked off.
So he said he was able to call her.
Yeah, but she stopped answering.
Yes.
That's the problem. Let's hit this hard. She's got to be somewhere in here. She just walked in and he was like, what am I going to do? Like, I got the kids. He says he drove over, didn't see anybody. He's like calling her. She was initially answering.
Yeah.
And stopped answering. But he's like, he was telling her, like, you're drunk.
Where did you pick her up from?
Yeah.
From her house you take her?
No.
Restaurant?
Like a plaza with bars in.
Yeah. So start I'm not gonna game plan, but canvas. Yeah. Start canvassing, take it by sectors and figure out what we got. Let me start hitting too. Let me drive. You guys you're staying here, right, with the kids?
Not go for
10-4.
Take your hands out your pockets for me. Do you have 2 kids? Were you just in an Uber with your 2 kids? Yeah, 5. I'm 2-5 with her, just east of the McDonald's in the Publix Plaza off Not Billing Commercial. Just do me a favor, sit down there. Sit down. Because you just left your kids with an Uber and we're all over town looking for you.
My phone died.
It doesn't matter. Do me a favor and sit down. What's in the backpack? Any weapons or anything like that?
No.
Okay, do me a favor, take it off and just set it to the side. Don't go in it, just set it to the side.
Don't make me feel like a criminal.
You left your kids for 2 hours. It's been over 2 hours. Do you know where you left them at? Where did you leave them at? Where were you going? Huh? So you were just gonna leave the Uber and walk home?
Not walk home, but my situation is like a little bit complicated.
I understand that, but your number one priority should be your
My
kids.
children, absolutely, 100%. Oh my God, listen, I'm not a criminal, bro. I'm here. I'm sorry. I will cooperate, whatever it is, what it is. My bad, I'm sorry. This is crazy.
What's your name?
On February 13th, 2026, officers in Broward County, Florida, responded to a call from an Uber driver reporting that a mother had abandoned her 2 young children in his vehicle for over 2 hours. This case presents critical questions about criminal child neglect, investigative detention authority, and the proper administration of constitutional rights. Under Florida Statute 827.03, child neglect occurs when a caregiver fails to provide necessary supervision to a child. The statute requires 4 elements. First, the defendant must be a caregiver. Second, they failed to provide necessary supervision or care. Third, this failure was either willful or through culpable negligence. Fourth, the child was placed at risk of harm. In this incident, elements 1, 2, and 4 are clearly established. The mother is the caregiver. She left 2 toddlers unattended, and young children alone with a stranger face obvious danger. The contested element is 3. Was this willful or negligent? Her conscious decision to exit the vehicle suggests willful conduct. Alternatively, if she was impaired and unable to appreciate the risks, that satisfies the negligence standard. Either way, the statute is met.
It's her.
My name's Emily. How you doing?
Yeah, it's her.
What's going on?
I don't have a car.
Okay.
We're 25. Not a car, what else?
I like to be honest, bro. Like, it is what it is. I don't
Talk
have a
to
car. My kids were with me earlier. I got a ride. They did karate over here.
Okay.
I came back. The ride was waiting for me. And I'm here now
So where are your kids?
with the Uber.
Is there any reason why you just left them?
I didn't leave them.
So explain to me, so your kids were at karate here. From here, you guys got in the Uber.
Correct.
Do you remember what color was the car? Do you remember the body style of the car? White car?
No, listen, like, I get a whole bunch of Ubers, Lyfts, all the
Okay,
time.
so you guys leave here in the Uber. Where was the destination from here?
Home.
Did you at any point tell the Uber driver to go somewhere else, a different route?
My phone died.
Okay, but that's not answering my question. At any point, did you tell the Uber driver to deter your route out away from your house somewhere else?
No, just my phone was just fucking dead, to be honest with you. I don't mean to, like, be an asshole or be, like, mean, but, like, yeah, my phone was dead.
Yeah.
But what does that have to do with Uber getting you to your home if he already had your address?
Because I don't have my actual phone, I don't have my car, I'm not in control of my situation. And I'm with my kids. Oh, God. Hi, how you doing?
You alright?
Yeah, baby, go on. I don't know what's going on right now. I'm good.
What's going on is you deserted your kids for 2 hours. That's what's going on.
I'm sorry?
You deserted your kids for 2 hours. That's what's going on.
Listen.
That Uber driver's been sitting with your kids waiting for you to come back for the past 2 hours.
You know what that sounds like? Honestly, like what probably happened. Because I don't have my phone. I just fixed my phone.
Why did you get out of the Uber? No response, no answer for that?
I'm like a human. Like, listen.
But you're not answering my question. Why did you get out of the Uber?
You're asking me, my love. Like, I get it, 100%. Listen, like, it's like from morning to nighttime. Like, I have to make shit happen for all of them. Because right now I don't have a car. Okay? And it sucks. It's not an excuse, but that's me being fucking weird, to be honest with you. And it sucks. It sounds fucking stupid. Because I should have a car. But yeah, like,
Okay.
I don't know what else to tell you, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I'm not trying to be anything. I'm like, I'm okay.
So you're saying the reason you left them in the Uber is because you don't have a car?
It's not that I don't have a car, it's just my phone died.
Okay.
There was multiple stops. They were here at the karate place. Like, I just had
Okay.
I'm like, we're gonna go home. I'm like, I didn't know how to even reach Uber guy or whatever. Because my phone is dead. I don't have the charge. So you guys couldn't put it in.
So I understand and I get that, but
I'm not even.
I'm having a hard time understanding why you got out of the Uber in the first place. And you're not answering that question for me. I'm not being an asshole. These are legit answers that we need.
No, those are legit.
When officers located the mother, they conducted an investigative detention. The legal authority comes from Terry versus Ohio, decided in 1968. That case established that officers may briefly detain someone when they have reasonable suspicion that criminal activity is occurring. Here, reasonable suspicion was clearly present. An Uber driver reported child abandonment. 2 toddlers were left unattended for hours, and the mother could not be located. The officer's instruction for the mother to sit down and his inspection of her backpack are both justified under Terry as officer safety measures. The search for the mother herself was authorized by exigent circumstances. When child welfare is at immediate risk, officers need no warrant to search public areas. At approximately 13 minutes into the encounter, the officer began reading Miranda rights. This timing is legally significant. Miranda versus Arizona, decided in 1966, requires that suspects be advised of their Fifth Amendment rights before custodial interrogation. The key question is, when does someone become in custody for Miranda purposes? The Supreme Court clarified this in Berkemer versus McCarty. A person is in custody when a reasonable person would not feel free to leave. Here, the mother was clearly not free to go. The officer properly administered Miranda when the questioning shifted from preliminary investigation to detailed interrogation about potential criminal conduct. When the mother stated the officer was intimidating, he immediately offered to have a female officer read the rights instead. This demonstrates proper procedure. The goal of Miranda is to ensure voluntary waiver of rights, not coercion. The officer's accommodation shows he understood this principle.
Like questionnaires that you should be asking, but listen. I signed them up for karate. I was here. I don't have a car. I requested an Uber. Like,
Okay.
Okay. We were on transit to go home. My phone died. There was multiple stops. And unfortunately, yes, my kids stayed in the car with the Uber person.
Were the multiple stops for you, or was the Uber was...
Multiple stops as in like pump, no. Like innocent fucking stops, bro.
You mean like stops at like stop signs and red lights, or like he was destination stops where he was picking somebody up or something up?
I'm trying to be an asshole, but bro, I wouldn't be multiple stops at an Uber.
I'm still trying to get to the answer of why you got out of the Uber.
I get it, 100%.
And which way is home? It's that way, isn't it?
Commercial and University.
How did you guys end up all the way over there at 108th and 50th? That's the complete opposite way of where your home is. So if he had no other destinations, what brought you guys over there?
I'm like feeling like, listen, I have not done anything wrong. I have no idea what is going on. I'm sorry. I get your job, I get your whole persona, I get it. I feel you. 100%. I'm just a mom. Like, I just want to say, I want to go home, to be honest with you. And yes, I felt very vulnerable not knowing where the hell my kids were at. Because my phone was dead, I couldn't reach the guy that was giving me a ride. And it is what it is. That's the truth. That is the honest truth. Like, that is, like, as real as I could fucking get, to be honest with you. I don't mean to curse, but it is what it is, bro. I have learned to be honest with my shit. And you know what? Yes, it sucks and I know where my kids are at. My kids are everything to me. My life. I signed them up for karate. I don't have a fucking car. I fucking got picked up from my job. Fucking rides here, there, drop them off. Fucking sucks.
Let's read her Miranda. I don't.
Yeah. I'm on. Everything. All right. The law requires that you be advised of these rights prior to answering any questions or making a statement. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law. I'm just reading you your rights.
Okay, wait. Am I being arrested right now?
You're not. No. You're not in handcuffs. Nobody's pulled them out. I just have to read you your rights.
Okay.
You're not going nowhere.
You're not free to go.
That's okay. No, I just
Sit back down.
No, that's okay.
Just
that's fine.
let me finish, and then we'll get to
honestly,
it.
right now I feel very vulnerable for I don't know what.
Just let me finish, and then we can get to talking, okay?
You're very intimidating.
Would you like her to read them?
The geographical evidence in this case is particularly important. The mother's home was near Commercial Boulevard and University Drive. The location where she exited the Uber, 108th Street and 50th Avenue, is in the completely opposite direction. This unexplained deviation from the route home suggests either an undisclosed destination or severely impaired judgment, both of which strengthen the negligence case. Now let's evaluate the parties. The mother receives a grade of D+. While she cooperated once located and showed genuine emotional distress, she abandoned 2 toddlers for over 2 hours and could not provide any coherent explanation for her actions. This is a serious failure of parental responsibility. The Uber driver receives a grade of A-. He stayed with the children for hours despite having no legal obligation, made 12 attempts to contact them, and provided detailed, accurate information to law enforcement. He demonstrated exceptional civic responsibility in an impossible situation. The responding officers receive a grade of B+. They conducted a thorough professional investigation, properly applied Terry and Miranda standards, and showed genuine care for the children. The minor deduction reflects that the initial interrogation approach could have been slightly softer in tone. 5 critical lessons emerge from this case. First, parental responsibilities do not pause when circumstances become difficult. Transportation challenges, dead phone batteries, and personal stress never justify abandoning young children. No matter how overwhelming your situation feels, child safety must remain paramount. Second, always have a backup plan for your children's safety. A charged portable battery, emergency contact numbers memorized, and a clear communication plan with caregivers or drivers can prevent crises. Third, for law enforcement, this case demonstrates that child welfare investigations require a dual approach. Firm legal accountability, combined with trauma-informed communication, especially when questioning potentially impaired or distressed parents. Fourth, for service providers like rideshare drivers, when you encounter abandoned children, your legal duty is clear. Stay with them and contact authorities immediately. You may face liability if you leave minors in danger. Fifth, understand the legal threshold for neglect. It is not just physical abuse. Failing to provide adequate supervision, even without intent to harm, constitutes criminal neglect when children face substantial risk. The broader principle is clear. Protecting children requires individual responsibility, community vigilance, professional intervention, and understanding that our legal system holds caregivers to strict accountability standards for good reason. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic that you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to check out our channel for even more police interaction and courtroom content.